Hey Johnny, how you doing? Happy Friday.
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Just a quick question. At the start of the season, even mid-season, not much national attention. Now you guys are in the Final Four, doing publicity videos, pictures, all of that. How has that experience been? How surreal has that been? And then how is the transition going back to being a basketball team, game planning, getting ready for the overall number one seed in Gonzaga? What's that been like?
Yeah, I mean that's by far the main focus. You know, the attention is, it's cool, but I don't think anybody's, that's anybody's focus or anybody, is really too like harping on that very much. We're excited to be here from a basketball standpoint. Um, you know, um, so to be able to keep competing and getting to play another game and another game. Nobody wants the season to end, and everybody wants to keep playing and competing. So that's what's been so awesome is we've been lucky to be able to keep playing games and keep the season going. So yeah, I think that's been the focus. So it hasn't been too much of a transition back to game planning, getting focused. I would say everybody's kind of been there.
Johnny, our next question is going to come from John Marshall of the Associated Press.
Hey Johnny, sorry about that. Do you see yourself as a role model for young Asian American kids, and do you kind of embrace that?
Um, yeah, I do. It's not something that's on the top of my mind or I really think about. Honestly, I don't even. I don't really think about anything like that too much. I'm just Johnny, you know what I mean. But I will, you know, messages or I'll just hear stories about how I've inspired people, regardless of the heritage and sometimes they are people of Asian descent, but just being able to inspire people is something that's touching and inspires me and something I don't take lightly. So that's always a good feeling to hear that from people. But I wouldn't say it's on the forefront of mine.
Right, and
Thank you, John.
Yep.
John, we're going to move to another question. We have a couple in the queue. You can follow up if you put your hand up again. Ben Bolch of the LA Times.
Hey, Johnny.
So Ben.
Hey, you know Coach Cronen pretty well at this point. Was there one tactical adjustment or something in the middle of a game he's done that really impressed you and you think helped win one of those games in this tournament?
Yeah, all the time. I couldn't give you anything specific off the top of my mind. I just been thinking about this next game a lot, but and that's actually interesting about this tournament. You win the game and you kind of just right on to the next one. But a lot of times, I mean more times than I can count. First of all, we always come into the game really prepared and we always have such a down packed game plan. So that's the start of it, and then down the stretch adjustments we need to make, or just play calls, whatever it may be. He always puts us in the right position. We just got to go out and execute.
What about building your confidence back up? He's talked about how important that was going into the Michigan State game. And what did he do to do that?
Before we got to this tournament, I think I can't. I guess. I mean, we just had some really good practices. We really got after it, and I think got our conditioning. We got in really good shape. So I think that helped us a lot coming in. To the final stretch. It's easy to just focus on the recovery inside of it, but also we need to stay and get in even better shape. So I think that was the biggest thing that helped us going into the game. And then I guess you could say, when you're fresher, when you're in that game, I guess you could say that helps your confidence down the stretch. But conditioning, I would honestly say.
Thank you, Johnny. Let's go to Billy Witz of the New York Times.
Hi, Johnny. This is Billy Witz at the New York Times.
What's up?
When you were getting treated the other night for against Michigan for your ankle, you had some time to think. It looked like, and you kind of, when you went to go check in, you kind of hit yourself on the chest a couple times and were kind of giving yourself a pep talk. It looked like. And I was just wondering what you said in that. What were you saying to yourself in that moment? And go ahead.
I honestly don't know what I said, but I actually do that chest bump a lot. I'm just I just like, get myself going a lot. And yeah, sometimes I'll just start screaming or something. But I get, when I'm in the game or getting ready for a game, I just, I really just got to get into a fighting mentality. So, that's how I see it. It's like, it's a war out there, so you want to win games at a high level. I always flip a switch. That's just me, though, but I don't know what I said. I just knew I was, once you step on that court, that whatever pain or, injury, like, it's irrelevant. Like, it's just time to handle business. So I knew, getting into that game, I was like, all right, I tightened up this tape or whatever, and then, all right, it's go time. Like, so probably something along those lines is, what I was thinking. It doesn't matter, what I'm feeling. We got a job to do, so.
Final question for Johnny from Allison Williams, Melinda Adams in the chat.
Hey, Johnny, just kind of along those same lines, how is the ankle and what are you having to do as far as treatment and so forth to make sure it's as good as possible for the game?
Yeah, no, it's feeling good. We got a great trainer and great support. So, it's feeling really good. And, I've been dealing with this pretty much the whole tournament. And even going into the tournament. So it's nothing new. I just a lot of elevation and treatment and ice and other things. But it's feeling really good. I'm not worried about it. But it definitely got to stay pretty focused on taking care of it so it stays that way. But it's all good. Once I'm on the court, it's great. It's just the time around that, you take care of it all the time around that. So when you're on the court, it's good to go.